whether it's Maui or Israel, Jew or Arab, or anywhere and anyone in between. This is the Great Commission, by the way. We must get Jesus to as many people as we can and get people to Jesus as fast as we can while there's still time, because there is little time left. And the time is at hand. And I want to include myself when I say this lastly, that innate within our sin nature is this propensity that all of us possess to simply look at what's happening in the world today, which, by the way, is happening in the world today because this is the end of the world today. I mean, not today. Well, it could be. But we all possess this propensity, this proclivity, if you prefer, when it comes to what's happening in the world today, because we just look at it as the Jew versus the so-called Palestinian, or Hamas. There were earthquakes, 3 earthquakes, pretty major, by the way, last Sunday, by the way. And the death toll. Do you know that one of the earthquakes took, and this was at the time, as they say, the death toll was rising. We're going to get to our prophecy update in just a moment. Don't look at me like that, like you're looking at me. I know that look. But do you know that the quote-unquote death toll from just one of those 3 earthquakes last Sunday was over 1,000 people and climbing, according to the reports? And but a mere mention of a mere number, but wait, not so fast. So this sanctuary, this beautiful sanctuary that we are so blessed and privileged by the grace of God to have, seats 300 people. There are 300 chairs. I just want to put it into perspective, just concerning the earthquake. 1,000 people. That would be 3+ filled seats in this entire sanctuary, gone like that. Those are people. Did any one of those people who died in that earthquake, did they know Jesus? When I say I include myself in this, it's an exhortation for me as a pastor, because, and especially a prophecy teacher, because I think we do err greatly when it's an us against them dynamic. It's a kill them, crush them. I better leave it there. And just maybe allow for the Holy Spirit to search all of our hearts again, mine especially, in this regard. This is what it means, and as it was said of David, he had a heart after God's own heart. In other words, the things that broke the heart of God broke his heart. And I just wonder, do we have God's heart on this? On everything that's happening? And I got to be careful on my end, because I go there, so I'm like, well, this is because of this, and I get down to the bottom of it. Upon closer examination and further investigation, I have, the documentation, and I go and then stop. These are people that need Jesus. And as an Arab myself, I said I was going to leave it there. I probably should have, but maybe this needs to be said. These Arabs, so-called Palestinians, labeled what we know today as Hamas. These are Arab people that are deceived. And yet we've got Christians and no less Bible teachers calling them animals. Well, what they're doing is unthinkable. It is evil through and through. It is demonic without question. But these are Arab people that Jesus died for. Wow, Pastor, I thought you stood with Israel. Well, if you don't think I stand with Israel, you don't know me. But God knows me and God knows my heart. I love Israel because I love the God of Israel. And I love the Jewish people. But I love the Arab people too. They're not animals, they're souls. And by the way, maybe we're all going to be shocked when that trumpet sounds and we're raptured. What do you mean? Well, some of these animals called Hamas, how do you know that they're not going to come to a saving knowledge of Jesus Christ? They're going to be with us in heaven. How about that? Okay, I will leave it at that.